No questions? Good.
Hi, Rick, just overall thoughts on that one. What do you think?
Overall thoughts, I'm so disappointed and disgusted right now. That's my thoughts.
Where does the disgust come from?
Pardon me?
Where does the disgust come from?
No pushback. But it's the same crap we saw in February. It was. That's why so as soon as we were challenging for first place and teams were coming after us, we had no pushback. This series, we had no pushback. Their better players were so much better than ours, it's not even close.
That right there is Coach Rick Bowness talking about a Winnipeg Jets team that just lost in 5 games to the future Stanley Cup champions. And at this moment, everything looked bleak for the future of the Jets franchise. And that was only last year. Fast forward to January of 2024, and you have a team that is sitting on top of the NHL with a legitimate shot to challenge for a Stanley Cup. The NHL and fans all over did not see this coming. And really, how could you? The Winnipeg Jets are 9-0-1 in their last 10, and they currently sit on top of the NHL as this video is being made. That makes a lot of sense if you've watched this team play this season. However, if someone were to tell you that this team would be here at the start of the 2023-2024 season, they would have called you nuts. After an embarrassing effort in a first-round elimination to the Vegas Golden Knights, Coach Rick Bowness made it clear that he was extremely disappointed with this team's ability to have any pushback whatsoever. Their franchise goalie and center only had 1 year left on their deal, and there was a lot of other drama that needed to be sorted out. Everyone, including myself, expected this Jets team to be mediocre at best. However, after handing 2 big extensions to their stars, it seemed like it was a signal of a true team buy-in. They shipped out a guy who likes to switch teams every 3 years, and the entire squad bought into a system. So let's look at how that very system has created an NHL juggernaut. Bowness's coaching philosophy emphasizes a team game, and more importantly, they emphasize pressure all over the ice. As soon as opponents get in the zone, the Jets make it a priority to get on them as quick as they can. Ideally, they want to stop teams from going east-west on them to facilitate offense. Now that may seem like standard coach talk, but the Jets really do walk the walk with this strategy in all 3 zones on the ice. They recently had a dominant 5-0 win against the Blue Jackets, and it showcased a lot of what the Jets do incredibly well offensively. The Jets, like other overly aggressive teams, deploy a 2-1-2 offensive zone pressure and forecheck. And like other successful offensive teams, they love to use motion when they have possession. What makes them special, however, is how often they win puck battles by having constant support. This rush chance here turns into a broken play, but automatically every Jets forward provides instant support. As Perfetti loses this puck, Iafallo follows right up for support. When Iafallo loses it, watch Nemestikov dive right in to continue to apply pressure. The Jets, with 2 forwards deep, cause enough chaos to create a turnover, and they get possession down low. Instantly, there's options for the puck here, as Nemestikov is in perfect position for a support and cycle play down low, and the F3 in Perfetti is in a prime spot to be the triggerman. Sure enough, the relentless pressure leads to a goal for the Jets. Columbus head coach described post-game that the Jets just don't play fancy hockey. They suffocate you into making mistakes, as we saw on that very play. On this goal here, it's simple hockey like the Columbus head coach says it is. Jets lose the face-off, but the F3 or center falls back while both wingers sprint to apply pressure instantly. Before the defender can properly make a play on this puck, the F1 has already closed off his passing lane, with the F2 there deep into support. F3 stays high and waits for an opening, and the result is yet another goal off of constant pressure. The scary part for opposing teams is that all 4 lines can play with this level of pace and cohesion. The Jets can skate you into the ground, and they support each other as well as any team in the league. Offensively, they're doing all this with arguably the game's most underrated goal scorer in Kyle Connor being out with an injury. The Jets still have star power, however, as the number 1 unit of Ehlers, Scheifele, and Velarde have outscored opponents 14-4 at 5-on-5 since coming together in mid-December. They have the skill to create a more unique look offensively, but it still primarily comes from their ability to execute the system. Now, all the offensive success is what people like to talk about, but what has truly made them a force is their ability to defend in both the neutral zone and in their own end. They play a standard 1-2-2 neutral zone formation, but what makes them so good is the cohesiveness in which they execute. At every chance, the Jets meet the puck with pure aggression. Watch this play pinball here in the neutral zone, and as it goes to the Columbus D to regroup, the F1 does not even give him a chance to breathe. In a panic, the D throws it up the boards, and the Jets' ability to stay within structure pays off. The F2 is there to jump all over the turnover, and the Jets turn a neutral zone play into offense. The odd man rush becomes even deadlier when the steady Josh Morrissey steps into the zone and blasts one in. This structure in the middle of the ice has made them one of the best teams in the league at defending the rush. Since their streak started on November 4th, the Jets have shut down their opponents on the rush by limiting them to only 5.03 scoring chances per game. That's second to only the Carolina Hurricanes, who have averaged 4.97 over that span. Defend the rush and you dramatically increase your chances of winning. This play here, watch how perfect structure and support in the neutral zone stifles a potential rush and creates offense. With the Jets already set in their 1-2-2, Tampa looks to advance the puck. F1 does his job to force Tampa up the boards, and then he's instantly met by pressure by F2. But here's the secret sauce right here. Watch F3 sprint back as the play is advanced up the boards again. This support on that side of the ice allows this Jets defender to once again meet a Tampa forward with pressure. He knows his F3 is going to be back for support, so that allows him to be even more aggressive. Another chip beats the defender, but F3 is back there to save the day. When teams talk about why they hate playing the Jets, this is why. Tampa was met with not one, not two, but 3 waves of instant pressure as soon as they got the puck. That makes it incredibly hard to generate any offense, especially on the rush. Not to mention, the Jets transition this play and it actually ends up in a rush chance for them. Now, when the puck is actually in their own end, the numbers speak for themselves. Since November 4th, in a span of 29 games, they are first in goals against. That's also because they have gone 30 straight games allowing 3 goals or less. That is insane. But because the Jets are so aggressive and work incredibly well off of each other, they operate on a man-on-man coverage against high possession teams. When done right, it can eliminate time and space for attackers. When the puck swings down low below the goal line, all 5 players collapse extremely tight down low towards the net, and again, the Jets' ability to support each other and win puck battles makes it incredibly difficult to generate any offense. Of course, such a dominant defensive run is not possible without outstanding goaltending, and that's where Connor Hellebuck steps in. He has saved a league-best 15.1 goals above expected in 21 starts since early November. Basically, that stat means when pucks should be going in, he ain't letting them in. The Jets can have a breakdown or several, and the other team still has to beat the former Vezina Trophy winner. Combine their structure in all 3 zones with 4 deep lines that can all score, you got one of the deadliest teams in the league. Despite being on top of the NHL, the media doesn't exactly show them the love they deserve. But right now, it's far too hard to ignore. No one expected this, and based on expectations and preseason projections, this shouldn't be happening. However, as it stands at this very moment, the deadliest team in the league is one that the entire NHL didn't even see coming.